Bro, this guy can't keep his mouth shut to save his life. My god. He's at it again, still talking shit. I don't know what it is with Sneako, but he just lacks a self-awareness component to him. He just doesn't really understand what the fuck is going on in this situation and just reacts like a fucking retard. So last video I mentioned that Sneako was getting sued by Brandon on the grounds of defamation and all this thing. Basically, Sneako called Brandon a rapist because he was, you know, making up false shit on Brandon just to make him, like, paint him in a bad light and shit, like he always does to anyone. Man literally just makes up a bunch of bullshit and is getting sued for it. So yeah, cool shit. He's over here tweeting about like, oh, I'm gonna go debate fucking Charlie on a fucking live stream and shit. Charlie doesn't show up because, I mean, I'm pretty sure this man's already tired with this guy's nonsense. His nonsensical fucking shenanigans going on Twitter and shit. It's just a bunch of horseshit, man. And then Sneako saying like, oh, you know, he didn't want to debate me on stream, dude. He's a pussy. He's all this. It's like big man talk, dude. Really big man. Little twink talk, dude. Funny thing is that on his Twitter page, man literally posts like videos of him like boxing and shit, like practicing. And I'm like over here like, what the fuck are you training for exactly? You just boxing because you want to box? And then he has like a caption that's like, traveling around the world. It's like reminiscent of the shitty little self-motivation things like self-made and all this other thing, like hustling, dude. Grind set, man. It's like a shitty Pinterest, except it's Sneako. And he's probably posting it thinking he's all that. So yeah, just because you're getting sued by the guy that wants to box you doesn't mean you can't box the guy. So basically, Sneako's devolved into a person who's looking for attention online and is trying to convert those viewers into his little shitty course that he has. He sells. It's kind of like Andrew Tate's Little Hustlers University type of shit. Multi-level marketing scheme that's just like Hustlers University. Andrew Tate is a different video, but I really want to make a collage or a big video on the red pill stuff, because that is literally the modern day like prankster shit that we had back in the day, except this one's worse than that. Like, you get your fucking SoundCloud rappers, you get the fucking clout chasers and shit back then. This is a hell of a lot worse, dude. I'll tell you why. This is like a fucking subscription to like an ideology, and it's kind of AIDS. I'm not gonna lie, dude. It's worse than the clout chaser like phase that the internet went through, the pranksters and shit, because those were like, you know, pranks were faked and shit. That's fine. It has its criticism. And then the fucking clout chasers were doing it because it's an act. They wanted views. This is a prolonged fucking cancer, dude. That is literally like an idea. So it's implanted. People were subscribing to this shit. Cloud Chaser era, that was like people just putting on acts for the sake of attention, and if you were actually giving them the attention and shit, and I get that you make a video on it and they get attention, but I'm saying like actually consuming the shit that they're putting out and be like, oh dude, yes, dude, egg them on, dude, let's go, do some more shit. That was fine. That like dies off after a bit, but like this shit is a prolonged subscription to an ideology. So I don't really like this shit. It's fucking AIDS. You can put on this tough guy facade and, you know, fucking play it off like you're cool and shit, but like at the end of the day, you know yourself better than anyone else, and you know deep down inside who you truly are. Okay, maybe I know a little bit too much because the voices keep telling me a lot of shit, but I don't really ask them. They just kind of do it on their own self-accord. You know, I've been visiting my therapist recently, and he says it's schizophrenia. I think it's something else, because last time I checked, voices can't move stuff, right? They're just voices.